Hello, friends. Welcome to the local update from the Aspen Daily News. My name is Oliver Sharp. Very excited to be joined once again by Amy Behrhorst, physician assistant at Aspen Valley Hospital. Amy, nice to see you. How are you today?
I'm well, thanks. Thanks for having me on again, Oliver.
Can you remind us to start about your role in the collaborative effort here at the hospital as well as in the county as we move through the vaccination process?
Yes, I am the employee health provider here at the hospital and have been working jointly with Pitkin County and Community Health Services as part of the COVID vaccine task force.
And it's so exciting that we're now getting vaccines in people's arms. Can you give us a quick update about where we are in the process and some of the numbers of people that have gotten the vaccination?
Yes, we are currently wrapping up phase 1B1, which is the 70 and up and healthcare workers. As of today, we're moving into phase 1B.2, which opens it up to the 60 and up population, pre-K through 12 educators, as well as licensed educators in early learning centers. So exciting time. More people vaccinated coming up.
And you are familiar with a lot of people that have been vaccinated across those groups. Can you talk about some of those experiences? What have you been hearing back from people subjectively about their experience with that first dose?
Typically with the first dose, most people do really well. We've had a small percentage of people that have had low-grade fever, body aches, headaches, but I would say with the first vaccine, the most common complaint was a really sore arm.
That's a good soreness, though. We're excited about that. I do hear about some side effects potentially of the second dose. Are you hearing anything about that? And what should people be aware of?
We have seen that. I would say about 1 in 3 people have more significant side effects with the second vaccine. Typical has been a higher fever, more severe body aches and chills. Some people have reported restless sleep after the vaccine, headache, and a very small percentage of people have had nausea and vomiting.
And is that something that's pretty typical with any vaccination or, say a flu shot? Some of those kind of mild side effects, is that to be expected?
That is to be expected. It shows that our immune system is working. When you get a cold or a flu, you get a fever, you get body aches, you get tired. Those are all signs that our immune system is mounting a robust and normal response.
And are there any patient populations or populations of people that should not get the vaccine or that you're recommending not to, say, anybody with pre-existing conditions, maybe pregnant women? Is there anybody that shouldn't get this vaccine, or is it safe for everyone?
At this time, the current recommendation is that everyone should get the vaccine. There's some rumors going around about blood types. That is false. And anybody with a chronic health condition that's not certain if they are somebody who should get the vaccine, I would recommend having that conversation with your primary care physician. But in general, even people with chronic health conditions, actually, especially people with chronic health conditions, are the people that we want vaccinated because they are the high-risk population that may experience more severe illness if they were infected with COVID.
And one of the interesting tidbits of news over the last couple of weeks were that some of the vaccine vials were shipped with an additional dose or extra vaccine in the vial. Can you talk a bit about that and how that additional vaccine is being used?
Yeah, that was actually a great and pleasant surprise to all of us who are administering vaccines. In each vial, both with Pfizer and Moderna, we are able to get at least one extra dose out of each vial. So we were expecting 6 out of the Pfizer, 10 out of the Moderna, and we're getting 7 and 11 respectively. So it's great. It's that much more vaccine that we can get in arms. And that was an unexpected bonus.
We'll take all the good news we can get these days. That is awesome. People are excited about the vaccine. It's a very exciting time, but we're still not quite through this pandemic yet. We still have to battle COVID-19. What are we asking people to do even as they're getting the vaccine or as people that they know are getting the vaccine? What are we still recommending people do socially?
That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. We know that until we have between 70 and 80% of our population vaccinated, that we are not having protective herd immunity. So in essence, until we get to that threshold, nothing changes. We continue the 5 commitments to containment, masking, social distancing, honoring whatever current county guidelines are happening, whether we're in level orange or level red. That determines how much we get to socialize. And so really, until we get the majority of our community vaccinated, nothing changes for any of us.
So, Amy, with regard to the extra doses in the vials, can you talk a bit about how those are being used and how that is affecting the current wait list and the phases that we're moving through here in the community with vaccinations?
Well, as I mentioned, it's a great problem to have, but it is a problem at the end of the day, because when we get vials shipped to us, every single dose in each vial has a name assigned to it. And at the end of the day, if we have no shows or we have these extra doses, we do have a plan in place. We have a wait list that the Pitkin County COVID vaccine sign-up generates. There are people that are qualified and eligible in their particular phase. Currently, it's the 70 and up group. And we call those people in advance to say we may have extra doses. Can you be within 20 minutes of downtown Aspen and have your phone on in the afternoon of our vaccine clinics? And then we contact those people. So they have to be eligible. We do have people that are dropping by our vaccine clinic in hopes that they can get a vaccine. And unfortunately, we've had to turn those people away. It has to be through this qualified county registration portal.
All right. So for people out there, make sure you're registered. No walk-ins to the vaccine clinic. Amy, thank you so much for being here today. And thanks to you and the entire team at AVH and on the Vaccine Task Force for helping keep us all safe and healthy.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me here today. The vaccine is an exciting time for all of us.